MAGFest 2022, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. MAGFest was a multi-genre convention held from January 6th through 9th, 2022 at the Gaylord National Resort and Convention Center in National Harbor, Maryland. Now, we have some special notes here. I can't tell you if MAGFest should have even happened, but they definitely didn't have a choice. Just where MAGFest stands right now, they probably had to have the convention to even have a chance to survive. And with no emergency being declared with COVID still occurring, they basically had to have the convention. So let's see what they did good. For the good, the COVID policy worked. I saw no major problems with it. I had my vax card, had a mask on the entire time. It seems like all the attendees really kept an eye on things. Everything worked pretty well in that regard. Registration pickup again this year was super easy. MAGFest has one of the best registration systems I've ever seen at a convention. It is extremely efficient. Even with the challenges they had this year, it worked really well. All things considered, with the situations that are occurring, the arcade was good. There was some loss in quality of machines, but they made it up elsewhere. They had more pinball machines this year. Overall, the arcade really did hold up. Staffing was great. We know they had somewhere around 40% of the staff they normally do, and I saw no major lapses in staff coverage. They did really, really good with staffing this year. Bit Brigade and Mega Ran were their standout concerts this year. They had great shows. They really engaged the audience. By far the headline of the concerts. And finally, the Twitch streams of the concerts were good too. The people in my room really enjoyed them, that they were able to, play board games in their room and watch the concert at the same time. So good on MAGFest for doing that. For the bad, they really had no band headliners this year. While they did have good acts, they really had no big band to attract a lot of people to come to the concerts. For the ugly, what should have been better? This convention is a Thursday problem. There was just not enough quality content on Thursday to really justify being there. It really did not work this year. It was by far the worst day of the convention by a considerable margin, content programming-wise. Hotel check-in was slow this year. It seems like the hotel was not totally prepared for the surge of people coming. It seemed to take a long time to get everybody checked in. The hotel elevators this year were a bit of an adventure. 6 of them broke down, I believe it was Friday night into Saturday. And it's a good thing they came back online, because I wouldn't have wanted to try to get out of the hotel on Sunday with 6 broken elevators. They're going to need to work on that. I don't know what caused them to be broke, but it was a major issue. This year, the schedule had serious gaps. There was a lot of yo-yoing in the schedule, and that really did affect it. Now, at MAGFest or other cons, you usually try to find something else to do. And we know a lot of the scheduling problems were caused by the guest cancellations. They just had these weird schedule gaps that there was not much to do at some points, and the quality of the programming was not as good as other years. Some of this will be due to COVID and where things stood there, but it was a pretty bad issue. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good. Overall, MAGFest was the first convention I've seen with major problems that I've attended in the COVID era. Attendance was less than 50% of 2020. A lot of it was due to where COVID is right now, but you could very much feel how many people didn't come to this convention. It was massive. And there's going to be serious questions I'll have to be asked. I'm hoping the convention ends up being fine monetarily wise, budget wise. I have concerns about MAGFest. I'm hoping next year's the thing. They had a massive attendance downturn, and there's a lot of other conventions that cannot rebound. And we know MAGFest has had a rough time in the last few years, so I'm hoping everything turns out to be okay. I'm giving the convention a B- this year. There's just a lot of stuff that really affected them. Thanks for watching.